How's everybody? It's good to see you. Good to see you. I had to go for a run. Had a cheesesteak, the fries, the machine was not working. Tell you what, the track record with the food vendors here is not really the best. But if you have award-winning fries, I would think you should have your fryer working. But anyway, that's not my business. What's up, dude? How are you? If you're going to be a businessman, we're going to talk about finishing today, right? I've gotten coffee with no cream now. I've gotten cheesesteaks with no French fries when the truck says award-winning French fries, right? Like, it's a long day. But if you're a business, I'll give you a piece of advice: finish. Like, if you need something, work extra and make it work, right? Because your brand is important. It's everlasting.
It's very important.
So I went for a run on my way down here, and one of the things I saw when I was running down here was I was looking at all these shingles, and I saw 3 tabs. There's a restaurant. I think it's called Class or something. I forget. Class Lounge up here on North Front Street. Here's your monitor. And they had, I was like, do people really leave 1 or 2 shingles missing? I don't believe it, but now I'm looking, and they're all over the place. You see everything?
Yep.
Oh, where's all my phones? Oh, my other one's charging. That's where it is. I'm wearing out these phones. It's good to see everybody. Thanks for being here. So, what's up, bud? How are you?
What's up, man?
Good to see you.
Yeah,
you got the white shirt today.
Yeah, try to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That way people know that I go home and bathe myself.
Black's my favorite. Black's my favorite. That looks nice.
I like my black one.
In the summer. I bet you this is a better one.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
The black one bakes you.
Yeah, they're tie-bys pretty nice shirts though. So they're all pretty.
Yeah, you can tell
pretty breathable. Yeah. So I'm not usually too uncomfortable.
How was the brownies and ice cream last night? You gotta tell me.
I didn't eat any ice cream, but I ate some brownies. They were like the marbled cookie brownies, so it was like a brownie cookie mix. They were good. They were good. Nice. They were nice and warm.
Shout out to all the wives and husbands out there that are sacrificing for their spouses to go out there there was buses coming in here today.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of people.
I thought that we were busy yesterday. We're busy today.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
stop by the booth. Was that Daniel Barker in the members first outfit?
I thought it was, man. I thought it was.
But I guess no.
No,
it's not. I said he was coming today. Who's coming up today?
I thought that. Yeah, I thought that he said he was going to come up and hop on here and shout out members first.
But let's talk.
They do have a booth up there.
Let's talk about what's going on with TC Backer Construction. I know you guys are looking for salespeople. That's number one.
Yep.
Right, salespeople number one. So, what makes a great salesperson for TC Backer? Do they have to go out and get leads for themselves?
No. Heck, our phones. I mean, they can if they want to, But I have a feeling that their time's going to be occupied pretty well just with our natural leads that come in. We've been established. We've had our website established. We've got billboards all over the place for quite some time. So the leads are just flowing in. Plenty of work out there.
Kimberly, good to see you. I just got my monitor up and running. Kimberly, good to see you.
Backstep Bandit.
Chris Mendez. Backstep Bandit's in the house.
What's going on, guys? You guys coming up today?
Can we get some shares? Is that okay? If you share this to your page, can you proudly put the number 5 up there? You know what that is? I never thought about that. It's like a virtual high five.
Yeah, I know, right?
Boom, I shared, guy. Like, I believe in you.
I know, you did that. You didn't even know that you did that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the God stuff. But, the funny thing is, when you share to your group, share a 7, because somebody needs a roof. Like, how many people don't need a roof at some point? Like, everyone's going to. Or you guys do repairs.
Chris, that's not right, man. I was going to keep this off the stream for you, bud.
Good to see everybody. Brokeback Bandits. Listen. If you can share this, put your town. Where's everybody from? I'm from York, PA. I say from, that's where I live. And we're in Harrisburg. Mackenzie, good to see you. Good to see everybody today. We are here with TC Backer Construction. And, nice. Kimberly, appreciate you. If you're coming up here, can you put a 1 if you're coming up to see us? We would love to see you. Let's take a picture. You know how many people
everyone get up here.
It's awesome, man. The energy here, TC Backer, they're set. Let's talk about the Yeti cooler. We haven't really touched on the Yetis.
Yeah, we got a lot of entries in there. I believe we got a 45, a 35, and I think the small one's a 20.
Yeah, because I saw the 20 on the one. Yeah.
So basically small, medium, large.
What makes a Yeti cooler? Like you said, you can put a bag of ice in it and it'll stay cold for a week.
The ice will stay frozen for a week.
That's pretty amazing.
Unbelievable,
technology.
Man.
So they separated themselves. They don't have any competition really. It's their cooler or you just get the others.
Yeah.
And that's like TC Backer. It's them or the others. And everyone should feel that way about what they do, but it's all about not feeling it. It's about the foundation of the company, the service you provide. You know, sales is preliminary and service is ongoing.
Yeah.
Sales is an ongoing thing. I mean, service.
Service
is very
is
the real sale.
Service is what keeps people coming back. Great job at the initial install of the product. That's all fine, but if you can't service your product, are you going to get the referrals? Are you going to get the repeat business? And repeat business and referrals make or break your business.
Sure,
so
100%.
I mean, word of mouth, man.
Having your brand out there, having your name on your truck. You guys, have you ever seen people that are in business that don't have their name on their truck?
I mean,
what does that say? To me, it says, I don't want you to know everything about me.
Right.
I think you should have your name on it. When I had my Suburban, it said the Shane Train and our company on the.
Right.
I just think it's great. Your trucks look good. They look. Comes to the house, they feel good.
Yeah.
When the trucks come, they look sharp. They look like your shirts. Like you guys have professional uniforms.
It definitely looks a lot more professional when you got a lettered truck. It has the contractor license number on there.
Yeah.
How someone can get a hold of your office. I mean, God forbid you got a guy out there that's driving recklessly or something like that. I mean, if you're not in a lettered truck, it makes you not look as responsible, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, 100%. Good to see you. Please share this out. Drop a 5 when you share to your
what's
page.
going on, David?
And if you don't mind, start a share party. A watch party.
Otto, what's going on, man? Long time no see. If you ain't doing nothing, bring the family up to the Harrisburg Farm Show Complex, man. There's a lot going on up there.
We'd love to see the family. I got 2 waters here because I just got done running, so I got to hydrate. So what all are they going to see? It's $10 to get in.
It's $10 to get in.
Until 8 o'clock today.
Yep, 8 p.m. I'll be here all day.
If you're a veteran or a senior and you have ID, you can get $8 to get in. And free.
Yeah.
They have a lot of great building stuff. They got tiny houses here. They got great food.
The tiny house is pretty cool. Did you go in?
Yeah. I didn't go inside. I looked on the outside. It looked pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, man.
I was like, I can't live in a tiny house.
Thanks, Otto. I appreciate it, buddy. I know you're doing your thing always. Real recognized real, brother.
Barbara, Matt Hockley, good to see you. Julius, Matt, are you going to come out and see us, man? I thought we're up in your territory. Are we close? Would love to see you.
Kimball, what's up, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. Please share this out, guys. We're up here live at the Harrisburg Farm Show Complex at the, I believe this is Harrisburg Home Show. It's the official name. Tons of vendors out here, tons of stuff to do. They got milkshakes. They got all kinds of distilleries and wineries. And
are those the famous milkshakes that you guys had?
Yeah, man.
Did they taste famous?
They're delicious.
So what makes them delicious is the quality of the product?
It's like straight ice cream. There ain't no additives in that. It's good.
Nice. So what kind did you have?
I got chocolate wasted last night, man.
Nice.
Yep.
I saw a lot of people did. We went out to dinner down to Smoky Bones. I had donuts down there. Those donuts were delicious.
Yeah. Never have, no. That's Smoky Bones.
Right, that's what everyone says. They even have artwork on the wall that says donuts.
Really?
Yeah, when you're into something,
like Smoky Bones restaurant.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get donuts there.
Not only donuts, but they're the best donuts. They come in a bag.
Really?
They're hot. There's cinnamon sugar, and then they give you a chocolate or a raspberry sauce, dipping sauce if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll just go.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
So if you don't know anything about the donuts, check it out if you like them. Michael Cox, good to see you. David, thanks for sharing. Dave, thanks for sharing. Please put your town in the comments. We just have fun at being social. I can't imagine any company not being on here. Eventually, all the companies were going to be on social commerce. And you know why I know that? You know why I know they're all going to be on?
Why's that?
Because eventually the older people aren't going to be here and the younger people are because we don't have forever.
Right.
So guess what? Do you think someone that lives on a phone is not going to have a business on a phone?
Right.
phone.
It's the truth.
So you guys were pioneers in the beginning of it. What's up, y'all? Want to give a shout out to your mom or anything, or your wife or anything? Come on, give a shout out. Just go this way. He'll bring you back. Be careful of the cords.
Pop through here.
Yep, come on. We're on a live show.
Yeah, we're live right now.
This is TC Backer Construction behind the tool belt. So just be respectful. Say hi to whoever it is, your mom. Are you in the trades? What's your name?
Dylan.
Dylan, nice to meet you. I'm Shane Train. And that is Chris.
Nice to meet you.
So, where are you from?
Perry County.
Okay. And what do you do?
I work on heavy equipment for golf track.
Okay. So how did you learn how to do that?
Kind of born and raised in the automotive field, and then branched off because I like working on heavy equipment better.
Okay. So we're talking about the trades. One of the things TC Backer likes to talk about is how the trades, only 9% of graduating people go into the trades. You know, it's a serious problem, right? Only people 50 and older, is it 50 or 60 is the average age?
55 is the average age of the electrician.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
So,
are you still in high school?
No.
No?
I'm 22 going
22. So when you graduated, like your whole high school career, were people preaching to go to trade schools, or they trying to get you in college?
Well, they were kind of like the path I was in, going to Votech and stuff. They tried to get us in trade schools and stuff. Push for that. But if you take your Votech career seriously, it kind of leads you in the direction whether if you need to go to trade school for further your education. If not, I've worked for 2 companies now after I've been out of high school, and they've both pushed my education where it needed to go to grow my career.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to go to a trade school because they don't really offer what I need.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like you go to a trade school, you're normally looking at like diesel or like automotive, something like that.
Right.
And that's not really focusing on like the actual functions of the
heavy
machine,
machinery,
stuff like that I actually need to do my job.
Okay.
So it's kind of
So you were fortunate. You actually had people that were willing to break the mold and kind of give you the idea of what you wanted to do. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, when I was in school, it was forced into our heads that if you didn't go to college, you weren't gonna get a good job. You can get a job, but you wouldn't get a career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's good. That's good that you went to Votech and they did their thing to give you the right path.
What do you want to shout out?
just shout out my family, my friends.
Yup, you gonna shout out mom?
What's up, mom? Paul, Dad, my brothers.
If you know anyone, TC Backer is looking for, always looking for professionals. They have 41 employees. They're in 4 states. They're in Pennsylvania. They're in Virginia. So they do it right. It's all about safety. They have the best equipment. They have the best people. Obviously, are on social media. Imagine a company not being on social media because your generation, you guys grew up on a phone. Everyone's going to be on a phone, right? So they're in the forefront because they're a construction company that say we want to educate the trades, we want to promote the trades, and we want to have great people that come into a career, not a job. Right? So get on here and share this. You'll see TC Backer, later on. Like their page, please. And we'll support whatever company you work for. We'll support them, let them know. And you can go on the feed. Social commerce is just what we're doing here.
Yeah, and if you guys haven't stopped over at our stand, we're giving away 3 Yeti coolers.
Yeah,
sweet. I'm a Yeti
look at those things. So all you gotta do is you guys can put your name in the raffle for those Yeti coolers.
Thank you.
Right?
Thanks for coming
on. It was
on,
nice to meet you.
Thank you.
We're just out here showing that the trades are not hiding anymore. It's not out of a truck, cash. These are people that have benefits, that have real careers, and it's serious business. So TC Backer's changing the game.
Absolutely.
I'm the Shane Train. Nice to meet you. I'm my own superhero. No one else has to be mine. I got heavenly heritage. Oh yeah, I'm bringing it all. And that's what TC Backer. Emptying the tank every day.
Follow us on Facebook, guys. We do a weekly show Wednesdays at 7.
If you supported all your neighbors, this is biblical, then all your neighbors aren't going to steal. You don't have to worry about them. They're all going to do well. And why wouldn't you want them to do well? Right? I mean,
it's better for society. It's better for everyone.
You only need so much, right? You can only eat so much in a day. It's about giving. It's not about taking. People get on you guys about your generation that you're bums, right? And you're not. Everyone I see, that's serious business, right? So you promoting that you work hard, that you do good is important, being on social media. Watch what you post on social media. It's your brand. And whatever you do, you're your own brand. No matter what. Absolutely. Company's looking at you. So just be a comeback. We all
Thank
are
you, Danielle.
Thanks
for sharing.
Nice to meet you, man.
Check out the car sitting up there at the water fountain. It's my buddy's display.
Nice.
Okay.
Let me
All right,
give
I got
one of my cards.
Yeah, actually, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
I should have one on me somewhere. Hold on.
What's going on, Eugene? Thanks for popping in. Please share this video out, guys. It only takes a second. Bottom left-hand corner of the screen. We're going to be here till 8 o'clock tonight. And then tomorrow we'll be here from 10 to 6. Yep, take it easy, man.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
So anyway, pretty refreshing, right?
Yeah, man.
You know, when do we see that all the time?
It's not very often, man. I was really curious to see what he was going to say about high school, because it's, I mean, heck, man, it's been close to 15 years since I've been in school, so yeah, that's kind of
Danielle, good to see you. Eugene Hankerson, Michael, good to see you. David, thanks for sharing. Eugene, thanks for sharing. Michael, everybody that's on here, please, we appreciate you being here. So let's talk about what all this has to offer here today. What are they doing on those builds over there? Is that the trade schools?
Yeah, the ones at the very opposite end of the building down there. Hi, Mom, miss you too. Come up and see me. I'll be here all day. Yeah, so there's, I want to say what, like maybe five like huge sheds.
Oh yeah.
Probably 15 to 20 feet tall, something like that.
The one looks like a log cabin.
Yeah, man, and they were
Those
not
guys
here.
were up in the roof.
Those guys, it's a bunch of kids from, I believe, Penn Tech or Penn College were here while we were setting up on Wednesday, and they built them things from scratch. So lots of work went into that. Lots of moving parts.
People are putting a lot of work.
Dude, there's some serious money being spent in these displays.
That's a great home show, isn't it?
Especially the hardscaping displays. Some of these hardscaping displays are like, you see them in $1 million homes, man. They're out of control. Out of control, nice.
Yeah, I mean, fireplaces, all kinds of beautiful stuff outside. But it's a great time. What should homeowners do when they're out here? Should they
ask questions?
What should they ask
Tons
the
of
contractors?
questions. You know, all kinds of stuff. Ask them if they're, if they have a contractor's license. Are they registered to work in Pennsylvania? Are they part of the Better Business Bureau? Are they a part of any kind of private organizations like the Builders Association? Do they have any kind of displays of work that they've done? Yeah, man, absolutely. Just ask questions. If a contractor can't answer your question,
then that's a problem, right?
That's a problem, man.
Answer,
and don't get me wrong, Shane. There's some times where someone's going to come up and ask me a question that I just really don't have the information on. Maybe that question arisen before. Someone asked me a question.
You know about insurance, your license,
right? All that kind of stuff.
References.
You should be able to. You should have something. Anything that you advertise on should have your contractor's license on it. So that kind of stuff should be able to be presented without question. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to fumble over that kind of stuff. They should all have that kind of stuff readily available. You're sometimes going to ask difficult questions. We had a gentleman in here earlier that has a old historical house, and he has some damaged window panes inside there. It's a sash that has 6 different window panes in it, and he wanted to know the inside of that window rebuilt. He wanted to keep his frame because of the historical value and get that built. And I couldn't really give him any kind of pricing on that. I mean, we had to look up what something like that would be. But so you're going to have your instances where you may not be able to have the information.
That kind of stuff's going to take work. And
Absolutely.
Just put it out there.
Right. George, thanks for watching. Courtney, thanks for watching. If you guys haven't, please like the page, hit the share button, stop up, see us. We'll be up here all day.
All day till 8, huh?
All day till 8. Yeah, they got good food. They got plenty of stuff to do up here. There's ice cream. There's wineries. There's distilleries.
And what are the ushers? They're part of Shriners?
I believe so, yeah. I believe so.
That's pretty cool. They got wineries up here. They got the Department of Environment up here. They got making benches. They got trucks out here. They got bobcats out here.
They got all kinds of stuff, man. Anything you can think of.
It's up here.
Tammy, thanks for tuning in.
Tammy, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, so it's $10 to get in, $8 if you're a vet, senior citizen. 12 and under, you get in for free.
So if you guys come out here, make sure that you sign up for the Yeti coolers. They're doing a raffle for 3. When do you give them away, on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
Is there a certain time or just?
That's kind of still up in the air.
See you. Drop a 5 when you share 5. Like, that's like a virtual high five. I know I always say sharing is caring, but it's really a virtual high five. Is what's up. So that young man worked on heavy equipment.
Yeah.
Like that stuff on Gold Rush and stuff.
Yeah.
That big,
the big
quarry stuff.
Yeah, man.
Big D9, D12.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. So it sounds like Perry County has a nice little setup in their,
Yeah.
Every county, I guess.
He said that he went to Votech, so I know the
so they're going to tell you.
They're going to tell you the importance of
going to
the value of going to a trade school, and you can have a career.
Yeah. Well, the one
doing that stuff. So
was telling us about how they GM has a thing with the one hack up here.
Right.
Did you hear that part?
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then they get all their tools at the end.
Yeah.
So
so I mean that's
then
cool.
It's in 2 years,
and that's the kind of stuff that we're trying to get started with us, man.
We're doing.
We'd love to
it's happening. We're gonna you have to do it piece by piece.
Yeah, it's just a slow process.
Yeah,
there's a lot of moving parts.
To do it right, it takes some time.
We're
Troy Knob,
good to see you. Hoping to get some Votech kids up in our shop here, start doing some work, build some stuff, rehab some houses.
Nice.
Get them to work, and then as long as they maintain good grades and they can pass the program that we have, they can be guaranteed a job when they get out of high school. So
nice.
That's cool, man. That's stuff that wasn't offered when I was a kid.
So we got the sun out today.
Yeah.
That's a new thing, having the sun in the show.
When I came in this morning, it was a little chilly, but I haven't been outside all day. So
well, I went through a snow squall. It was snowing. It was windy coming.
Yeah, I seen you out there running, man.
So it was cold. We got a full run in today.
You catch any eagles today?
No eagles
any out
today.
There?
I didn't see any. How y'all doing?
Hi, good.
Good. Y'all enjoying the show?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't, but I do.
Nice. You coming in to get landscaping or? We're just taking selfies.
We're live right now.
Figured, we're just gonna selfie it up today. Yeah. No, we're live. You want to come shout out your mom or anybody or your kids or? Huh? You don't want to say hi to your mom? Don't let her hear that now. We're live. Huh? You'd be surprised. It's a circle. So I'm gonna say hi, mom, for him. He said hi. Shout out. Yeah. So we're live. You can go to TC Backers.
Ethan, what's
share the video out? Everybody's on what? These?
Everyone's got those things in their pocket.
And is there even a phone book anymore?
No.
Isn't that crazy? I don't know if I'm not going to date myself here, but I'm 50, so I remember watching the Jetsons. It's real. Yeah. Dubai has helicopters, air taxis that are drones. So it's not that far-fetched that everyone's here, so if you want to get known, where do you go? Here. Right? And so think about this. If you could deal with companies that were authentic enough to be live and be on a show, don't you think they're not hiding?
Nothing to hide. Very transparent.
So eventually you're only going to have companies that are on live, because if the kids are on the phone, you think when they go into business they're not going to be on the phone? So eventually everyone's going to be on the phone, business-wise. But wouldn't you want to see what they're doing? Meet the people?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Nobody wants to.
Yeah. So, well, see, we're taking social and media, and actually we're having a conversation with you, right? And we're on Facebook. That's social and media. Yeah. We've downloaded more information in the last 30 days on these phones than the last 30 years with all the TV stations and all their money. So that's pretty serious business.
Yep.
Like, people look at TikTok now and they think it's cute. 500 million users a month on TikTok.
Well, I don't either, and I don't even do Instagram.
Well, we're Facebook. You do Facebook?
Yeah, I do.
TC Backer, you can say hi to your mom. You're not even on camera. What's your name? So I'm Shane. This is Chris. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you guys.
So you can check out TC Backer. They do a show every week in their studio.
Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Behind the Tool Belt with TC Backer. We like to change up the program. 1 week we might talk about safety. And we always encourage people to pop in, ask We like to participate with the public a lot. Just trying to be as transparent as possible. Interact with the public. Go against the grain. Not a lot of people do this kind of stuff. So,
like they go out for repairs. Like the clients can find them online now. From them, you can get on Facebook. My clients, all our businesses were built all online. So my clients can get on a feed and say, "Hey Shane, can you message me?" So the customer service amount of time now with social media, if you use it right, is like boom. So it's good for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you really care about people, you want to get to them. You don't want them to go through this
Troy, Tony,
mechanical
Tammy,
phone system,
Buddy,
right?
Billy,
So imagine eliminating
thanks for
the
watching,
phone
guys.
system
Please
and
share
just
this video
messaging
out.
people or texting them, right? And if you deal
Start
with
a watch
small
party.
businesses,
Like the
then they're going
page.
to want to get back to you because their brand's going to
Ty
matter
Cobb Backer
a
in the
little
house.
bit
What's
more,
going on,
right?
man?
So that's really, if you look at it in that way and you surround yourself with people that look at it in a way of it's biblical. Like, you should be sharing what you do. You should be encouraging your neighbor, right? But it's not the old poor old world. There are people. TC Backer, I'm here.
Yeah, man.
Right? And we work hard. We'll be here all day. Just let them be the care. And there's only 9% of children, young adults, that are going into the trades. And you know what a teacher said yesterday?
Yeah.
You know what he said? I never heard this. He said the reason why is because we've been preaching college for all these years, and now we have to eat what we've been selling.
Yep. The old stigma when I was in school, guys, was
wow.
if you don't go to college, you're not going to have a career.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I hear all the time. I did that. Both of my kids ended up being school teachers, which I'm thankful they both have good jobs. But when I grew up, none of us kids, I was the youngest of 5 kids. My parents didn't want us to go to school.
Right.
They didn't have means to pay for it.
Right. Yeah.
And then how many people don't get a job for what they went to education
We've
for?
talked about
Yeah.
that girl.
And
All
here-
that student debt out there, man.
But here's the kicker: you can't sell anyone any other product and let them go like that. So they can sell you a product that you're going to get, and then you don't. If they can't guarantee it, they should give your money back. I'm just saying, you couldn't buy a house and they don't give you your house, right? They were like, "Hey, we were going to give you that lot, but someone else built it for you."
Yep.
We were just talking about trades, and I was talking about architecture and clearly homes that it was once. You can't. Everything nowadays is throwaway.
3D.
Yeah.
And-
Or I can build it and that's it, give me money and go out
Yeah,
there.
prefab.
Done.
And
Yep.
you can't, to be able to build a home with beautiful architecture with spindles and,
Those
Right.
railings going up the stairs.
scroll
Yeah.
wood work, and you couldn't even buy it. You couldn't build anything like that.
Right. Right.
And
The people that do that are long gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Like
a lifelong craft right there that you got to grind, and it's like,
yeah,
Well, and there's no
I was just show
Start
its
young.
beautiful home or beautiful place in Italy, and I said, oh my gosh, can you imagine the craftsmanship that is, and the amount of time and work?
yeah.
I mean, well, just simple things like I said. There's nobody that can paint a chair. I mean, you don't find people who know how to paint a chair.
Right.
You
Hi,
say that
Jana.
to a young kid, they wouldn't even know what a painting a chair is. What's that mean? They don't even know what a tiles are.
Don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember growing up, and the stonemason would be out there with his helpers just chipping away at the stones to make them. And
Yeah.
I don't ever remember seeing that ever. I don't remember the last time I seen a stonemason out building a wall or building a house. Because it's a prefab.
Yep.
But so they are being a part of getting people in the trades, getting women in the trades, getting young people in the trades, getting anybody at any age that wants to get in the trade.
Make an honest career out of it, man. You can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
There's people that work at my company that make more than people that go to college.
We need we need younger people that have some ambition.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing.
Yeah.
You got to get people that have that will to work, that want to get up, and make an honest living.
Right.
That don't want to just get their first job and making $30 an hour.
they want to get a
and that's-
paycheck.
Well,
They want nothing for the
that
paycheck.
seems to be the way
Right.
to go. I mean,
But we saw these young kids in here today.
Yeah,
and
I
they
had
were
young
hard
kids. And,
workers.
Yeah.
I
the
mean,
one guy that was
typically-
just in here, he works for Groff, and he works on heavy equipment. And he was fortunate, and he went to a Votech. They told him the importance of going to trade school, but also push college as well. It's up to you, but instead of shunning the trade schools and saying you're not going to be anything if you're a plumber, use that as your second option if you can't get into college. The world needs plumbers too, man. They need electricians.
Yeah. They're all going away.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
If you call a contractor where we live, you're going to wait a while. And then you have to wait a long while for the job to get done because their work is just so, they just have so much
Anyways,
work.
any
Right.
good. is
Anybody
behind.
that's a good name place,
Right behind.
sometimes they won't do it at all.
Yeah, well, they can be picky and choosy with
Yeah,
what
they
they
are.
want to do, when they want to do it, and if you need them in fast, you're going to pay for it.
We heard that last night at dinner. One of them, they said they'll go back a year and then they'll tell people that you just can't do the job. Hey, because they don't want the people to have to wait, right? Like they know. So tell them,
Yeah.
listen, we would love to help you, but if you're
Right there's actually the owner of our company right there. That's Ty. That's Ty Backer.
Yeah, I just had a young man come and give me an estimate. That was last year. I waited several months for him to get me the estimate. But he said if you can get somebody to show up and want to do this in a short amount of time, you don't want to. He says, I'm so busy, I'm so far. I can't. I'm going to tell you something right now. I can't do it this year. It have to be next year. So that's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, Chuck and the truck, their siding guy, one of their siding
Lou
guys said
Rivera,
this
thanks for
morning,
tuning in,
most
buddy.
people get paid by the piece. They do. So he said people rush. They want to get siding up. They want to get by the piece. He goes, they do it by the piece, right? Because they're craftsmen. Because it all has to be done right with expansion, contraction, with the which I don't know. I'm a social media guy, but I know they know. And they got 41 employees. They're trying to find workers. So they want to help people that want a second chance, right? How many people went to jobs and it's not too late for them to leave that desk job and still go into a career and get do something.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
nice.
Yep.
So
with that said, if you guys have any young people that you need that that are looking for a refreshing place to work, we got a big family going on here, and I'd love to have a conversation with them for sure.
And listen, they're giving away 3 Yeti coolers, really nice. Just put your name in the raffle. Maybe that'll help you get your Yeti cooler for them. Anyway,
take care,
it
guys.
was
Very
nice
nice
meeting
meeting
you guys. Thanks for liking the page on Facebook. We really appreciate that. Appreciate
Thank you.
3 hours.
3 hours. Oh, we go up to. I used to ride our Harleys up in Wellsboro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the gas lights right up there.
Victor, where you at, man? Come on up and hop on the show,
the
buddy.
diner. They have the ice cream train up there.
Yeah, we're on the corner. The diner on the corner there.
Oh, yeah.
Right there, yeah.
Oh my God, that's like.
We're
That,
50 miles east of there, basically. I'm off Route 6.
oh, Route 6 is where we ride our bikes,
Yeah.
all around Route 6, the
Right.
Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. Oh, you live up in God's country.
Oh, I love it up there.
Oh, that's
There's nothing
beautiful.
there.
I can't imagine. It must take a while to get someone to give you an estimate.
Actually,
You guys might come tomorrow or something.
That's
It's
beautiful.
a house that she's going to inherit from her mother passed away. It's
Wow.
a mess.
Yeah.
I take a bulldozer. Right?
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us at the 2020 Home and Garden Design Expo.
it's good to see
Coming up on
everybody. Let's
stage
say hi.
today at 4 o'clock p.m., we're going to have our next seminar of Biochar 101. Very informative seminar talking about all sorts of things on how biochar can
This is
help
fun.
you.
You having fun?
Yeah, man.
Again, stage
Yeah,
love the
A,
interaction
4 o'clock,
Yes,
Biochar
yes, that's my
101.
favorite part, man. I'm
Even
a
if they-
people person. I
even
like
if
to talk
they
to
do it
people.
from the backside, it's still cool, right?
Victor's on his way in.
Victor, good. We can't wait to see you. Please share this. We have a good time. And what's cool is, I don't even know if the mic picks it up, but it's nice to have that conversation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone heard, because they can hear it through the phone, I believe, too, right?
Phone extension, I believe, goes there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it uses both, but guys, you guys are innovative.
Anyone watching right now, could you guys hear the people that were talking to us a couple minutes ago? Could you guys hear what they were saying?
So they came
Someone let
3
me know
hours
in the chat, please.
to this home show.
Yeah, you know what? I'm seeing more people from far away than I am from local, man. That's no joke.
So they can't find
more
people if
people.
you
I'm
heard
seeing
what
people
you-
from Du Bois. I'm seeing people from Tioga County.
Hi.
I spoke to some couples that were outside of Altoona earlier. There was people from Steelton earlier. Well, Steelton's a little close, but
This is awesome. I love it.
well, this is apparently the biggest show in the state. So biggest show in the area.
Well, it's great.
Okay,
You know
David.
what's
So you
great
guys
is
could hear them people.
It's a great environment. They could.
Yes, they could.
Oh, good.
David KX said that he could hear them.
It was an amazing conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, if people don't see one thing that they've seen, the theme has been the same.
Right.
People all say that, listen, like, the people between people in the trades and consumers with houses are saying we need people in the trades.
Yeah,
How you
absolutely,
doing?
man. Absolutely. The more short the supply is in the workers, the more the cost of doing business is going to go up. The more you're going to pay for these people because they're going to be booked, man. You know, skilled labor,
She
skilled
said
craftsmen.
over, some people just tell them they can't help it.
Right.
That just is mind blowing.
I will be honest though, man. I would much rather hear someone tell me that they can't get to me than months and months and months.
We
and
say
then
that too, though.
Yeah.
Again, you know, our business, we're a niche business, so we aren't taking on new clients.
Right.
So
right. Well, that's good, man. That's responsible.
No, I mean, you know,
because I'm sure you could take on more business.
Yeah, but not the quality.
then that's less concentration you can give to your clients.
Yeah.
You know, and
we're not gonna do
people pay for a service. They pay to be treated a specific way, to
Yeah.
be treated well,
No.
and in order to offer that, unless you're going to hire more people, you know, you got to limit it to, you know, you only have so much of an attention span. You know.
Yeah. No, you're right. So that's what we love about TC Backer. Is just the whole culture. We keep talking about it, but it's what it's all about.
Yeah.
The awareness, the inwardness to want to get better all the time. Saying, look, we've been doing it a long time. We have a skill set, we have a knowledge set, and we want to keep learning it.
Yeah.
By constant, never-ending improvement.
Roz and Terry, thanks for tuning in, guys. Please share the
Terry.
stream.
Terry
Bottom
does
left-hand
security.
corner, start a watch
Good to see
party.
you. Ross, good to see you.
Like the TC Backer construction page, please. And if you hit the little bell button, that will let you guys know every time we go live. You'll get a notification on your phone. That way you won't miss any of our shows.
Good to see you, Terry. Good to see you, Roz. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Please come out here. This is a beautiful facility. Like, this is top notch. This facility, it's as cold as it's been beautiful in here. It has a lot of skylights, the lighting. The companies, the booths have a lot of space. It's got great security. They keep it clean. I mean,
Yeah.
as soon as it ends, they're cleaning the floors. Like, really, it's a top-notch facility for this kind of show.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
share this out though. Drop a 5 when you share a high 5.
Rochelle Fleming, thanks for tuning in. Please
Rochelle,
share the
good to
page.
see you.
And guys, keep in mind, if you see any of our advertisements, of our billboards, Horizon Lawns, TC Backer, if you take a picture in front of that or take a picture of it, throw a hustle muscle and a hashtag behind the tool belt or a hashtag weatherbuster and submit that to us, you'll get a prize. We got some stuff for you. So
there's all kind of stuff. Appreciate you. If you know someone that might be looking for either a repair on their house, whether that be siding or whether that be a window repair or a roof repair, please just tag TC Backer or tag your friend in this feed. That would be great. If you know someone looking for a job and you think they're a good salesperson, tag them.
yeah.
If you know somebody that is looking to get into the profession of the trades, tag them. So that would be great.
Yeah, or if you have a friend that complains to you every morning about how they have to go to their dreadful job, tag them.
That's a good
You know,
one.
because I don't dread going to my job.
Yeah.
I know my guys don't dread coming in and seeing me in the morning. I know that for a fact. Everyone loves what they do. They love
You
working
guys
with
got
us.
nice trucks in that parking lot.
Yes. I drive a nice
Career
truck because
trucks.
I work at TC Backer and I'm paid well. We
They
pay,
look
we
like
pay our
career
employees
trucks.
well.
Gus.
I'm going to have more overtime this week, Shane, than a lot of people have in their full-time hours. I'm going to have more overtime than they have in their full-time job hours.
Wow.
So, and that's no joke, man. I got guys that are working today. I got guys that are going to work tomorrow. And it's February.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, that's something, man. That says something.
Well, if you take off on Saturday and Sunday and you want to do better and be better, then you're just kidding yourself. Because I
Right.
told people, this is payday.
Prove
you
it,
get
man.
paid after 5
Yeah.
on the work day, and you get paid on Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
And you put in the effort.
Yes.
But to hang out and wait for Monday, it's not going to happen.
Nope.
You know?
Nope. Some of the best work comes after hours, man.
It does.
You know?
And people appreciate that.
Right.
Like clients, where people that want a career, they're thankful. Go without a check for a while. Go with that, with just being able to get to minimal, and then tell me when you get work, when you want to stop getting that work.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like my philosophy is, I don't want to stop getting the work because I know what it's like not to have the work.
Yeah.
You know, we might get momentum out here.
I've been trying to talk them into it. They're over there having a blast.
Yeah, they're doing a good
Those
job.
kids love it. They also love what they do.
They have a great culture.
Yep.
Momentum,
They travel to these shows from Jersey. The one kid told me that he drove up to Connecticut for a 2-day show.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're all over the place. They're hungry.
Yeah, Momentum Solar. Yeah, for sure.
I know Todd tries to hire them for salespeople all the time. They're
good energy.
They're good workers. They have
They
a lot of
work
energy, and you can just tell that they enjoy what they do, man. They have fun with each other. They have fun with the customers.
The coffee place had creamer this morning.
Yeah, that's good.
So
That's good.
That was nice.
I thought about you this morning.
We got up and got at it, man. So that's what we love about TC Backer puts in the time. And you know what? We love that about y'all too, that you guys put in the hours, because we work all the time.
Right.
So it's nice to have
I
people
know,
work
man.
and work all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And we got a run in today. How epic was it yesterday seeing Eagle? That just
Right, man.
I mean, the energy flow that you all have, the value of family, the value of God, the value of community, the value of the clients, the education. Let's talk about the training that you guys and gals put in a TC Backer. Like, it is a professional organization.
Yes.
From top to bottom.
Yes.
Keith, good to see everybody. Good to see everyone out there. So let's talk about training. You don't just throw up and say, we're just tying on to this and that's our safety banner.
No. Everyone, we have a gentleman by the name of Fred who comes in and does classes a couple times a year. We try to get all the new guys involved in them. He does everything from OSHA safety training to fall training. Simple as why you need to wear a hard hat. How to set up a ladder the proper way. How not. Simple stuff like that. Where you need to put your gas can, how far away it needs to stay from the job site. So there's stuff that people don't think about. When you're grinding out concrete, you got to use HEPA filters now, so you don't get silica dust in your lungs. That's a big one with OSHA right now. So you get certified and all that kind of stuff. You can get certified to operate heavy equipment, to drive forklifts for us. Some of our jobs are tall, 5-story buildings, and you're going to be in a man lift, 80 foot off the ground. And some people love that, man. I love going in a 100-foot lift and just going straight up. Like I love it. And some people can do that, and some people don't. That's why this job is for some people, and it's not for some people.
You gotta love it.
Yeah.
I used to do when I worked at the prison. We did the fiber optics, and then we did the light poles. And you gotta lift that whole pole up, and the wires gotta go in and set the pole down. You're way up there.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah, that's fun.
And that was
for some people. It's not for
Laurel
some
Highlands.
Steph.
It's pretty windy. Good to see everyone. Steph,
My
good
wife
to see
Steph's
you.
in the house. Thanks for tuning
Oh,
in,
we
babe.
love the family. Everyone's
Keith
family,
Troop.
though.
Keith Troop can attest to Safe as a Sidewalk. Keith's got some good stories of Ty Backer's Safe as a Sidewalk stories back in the day before everyone knew about safety as much as everyone does now. Back in the day, it was you just kind of figured out what not to do by doing it, and then you realize that it's not a good idea. You know what I mean? That's how you used to learn back in the day. There wasn't people that went around that made sure you were safe, like they do now. Safety is serious business in the trade world now, though, in the construction world.
How much has choices changed in homes and the colors and the textures?
It's funny because it's like a cycle, man. It's like things that go out of style, new things will come in style. Then 20 years down the road, the old stuff that was in style that isn't in style anymore is coming back in style. Nowadays it's everyone likes the wood floors, nice wood floors in the houses. And 10, 15 years ago, everyone was covering that stuff up. So nowadays, we're going into houses sometimes because we do a lot of work with Eric Brewer and Integrity First Home Buyers. Shout them out. They're rehabbing houses and pulling carpets up and exposing these nice wood floors. Everything's multi-tone now.
Yeah.
Everything's multi-tone. Metal roofs are in a lot now. A lot of people are looking for standing seam panels.
York City sidewalk.
Yeah, safe as a York City sidewalk. That's what the saying is.
Good afternoon, and thank you
There's some
for
funny
joining
stories
us
behind that. I'm not going to put them on the air here, but Keith, I'm sure Keith is getting a good chuckle out of that right now.
Our seminar and the final seminar of the
But
day.
yeah, so a lot of people are looking for standing seam panels. They want to know, what kind of siding to put on their house. If they should they do vertical siding? Should they do the cedar shake?
Yeah.
And you really can't go wrong with any of them, man. It's personal preference.
Are you coming on to say hi?
The big thing right now is stone water tables that go up to the window level, bottom of the windows on the first floor, and then starting siding with a different type of siding in the gables. Just multi-tone. A lot of the houses right now are multi-tone.
What kind of colors? I know people are using that dark blue.
Darks,
Like
dark
a sea
blues,
blue or-
grays. There's a lot of grays out there right
gray.
now.
Gray's huge.
Yeah, we put a lot of gray siding on, man. A lot of gray siding, light grays, dark grays. Certain teak siding's what we prefer to use.
If somebody's thinking about putting a skylight on, what would you tell them?
No,
So I just want people to hear this.
I'll put a
because
piece of wood in a
everyone-
skylight for you, but I don't
Why do you ever see service problems with these things?
all the time, man. All the time.
Like I heard they come in 3 years and 5 years and 5 years. Most of them.
Well, they
Seal.
guarantee them. Some companies guarantee them, but I don't know, man. Me personally, just take it from a roofer.
You get a lot of service calls.
I wouldn't put a skylight in my house. So
Every roofer I've talked to.
Right.
So people say, why do roofers say it's because you
right.
get service calls?
I mean,
see
if you go to a car dealership, Shane, and the car salesman says, "I would buy every car but that one," are you going to buy that car?
No.
I'm telling you guys, I wouldn't put any.
Listen, I always wanted a skylight, never
any
got one
skylights.
because everyone said don't get
The
it.
only good skylight's got wood in it, man.
Wow. Even those circular, you ever see the circular ones? Doesn't matter,
Yeah.
right? Because the
I mean,
seal of the caulk is going to fail.
Yes.
Over because
Yes.
it's made of natural items.
Right.
And over hot and cold, that
Yes.
sun is beating down and that cold, it's getting totally exposed to all the wind, all the cold.
Right.
There's no protection.
I mean, they're nice, but they just require maintenance. They require maintenance, and let's face it, not a lot of people want to get on their roof and
How y'all
maintain
doing?
anything.
Good.
So
Good. You want to shout out your mom or anything, or your kids, or grandkids, or anybody? Your teacher? You know, a teacher.
Keith said cast iron with black trim. That's
How you
nice there,
doing?
man. That's nice.
Good to see you. What's your name?
Please.
I'm
Elise?
Shane. Nice to meet you.
So where are you located?
New York, Pennsylvania.
Your ways off.
Well, no, these guys are the whole state.
Yeah, we do Maryland, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Virginia.
What are you looking for?
So-
Where do you live? Where do you live?
About 2 miles from here.
Okay, they take care of that.
Yep.
Yeah, I just wanted to see what all you did.
They do siding,
Everything exterior.
doors, everything from the chimney to the curb.
Yep, we have a landscaping company as well.
Brick.
Brick. That's what I have. Brick.
Greg
1 or 2
Durr's in
story.
the house. What's up, buddy? You guys all done working today?
Yeah. So, what are you looking to do? Do you have shutters on it? My shutters. No shutters? You have siding on it? I'm putting siding over my brick. My wife, I think, agrees. Because I have no insulation.
I don't either.
Right? So it's like, do I take the plaster wall out? No, I don't want to do that. I thought about it, right? So when they came to value my house, they said it was $10,000 extra for the plaster. That was the value of that, not having drywall. So I don't want to mess with that. So I'm like, you know what? And plus, I was sold on brick, but I don't want to repoint it.
Right.
And it absorbs the moisture. So I'm like, maybe let's show her the foil. They have a foil that gives, instead of, you ever see those white wraps? Those white wraps that they go around
The house
siding
wrap,
house?
white house wrap that they put on new homes.
Well, so they have this stuff. It's a foil wrap, which is what we're probably going to get because it adds a, is it U rating or R
It
rating?
adds 4R.
Either that or you rip out, or you lose 2 inches of every room and put, there's a type of insulation
Yeah.
you can do.
We're not losing anything
It's like
inside.
an R9.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're going to go with, we're going to probably do a siding. There's all different, so you can get all these different sidings. See,
Yeah.
which one do you like?
I'd probably go the horizontal.
That's what I like.
You
The
like the
standing
horizontal?
seam, I think they call it. Is that what you call it?
What's that?
What's this?
That's board and batten. You like this one, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You like that one? Traditional? See, I'm thinking.
It would be good on the sunroom, but I don't think on
Talking
And you know what? That's a lot of times they use
know what you're
board and
talking
batten for an accent piece because it only comes in 10-foot panel lengths. So they do have a panel out that they just made. They just came out with that actually has an insulation backing on it.
Yeah.
R
rating on that stuff.
Usually anywhere from 4 to 6. Is
Better than
the
what
R
I
rating.
got, but it's
Right.
not fabulous.
Right, absolutely.
So now, do you know you can get colored gutters now? How about black? What kind of roof do you have? What color's your roof?
Right now it's a yellow gray.
A yuck gray.
Is it the 3-tab or architectural? The old 3-tab? Okay.
Yeah.
Everything now from metal.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us at the 2020 Home and Garden Design Expo. It is now 4 o'clock, and we're getting underway with our final seminar of the day for Biochar 101. Please join us at Stage A at the rear of the hall for Biochar 101, starting in just a minute.
And I got completely gutted and redone, and it was exactly what I wanted it. Around me moved out, and cream and crap moved in. I had a drug dealer next door. I have a town drug cat a corner.
What's up, Tyler?
One thing after another.
AKA Pappy Richards.
And
Pappy
this
Richards is in the house.
nothing was done. And it had your gadget here. I had a porch that was like 4 feet long, 2 feet wide. There was a full drop off from the front door to the first step. 2 steps here, 2 steps there, 2 steps there. Come out the front door and you drop off, and then you had those steps. And I said, screw it. So I did a deck, raised everything up 26 inches, did a deck so it's flat.
Yeah.
But because I did the deck and I raised everything, if I extend my roof out, it's going to be too low on the outer edge. So now I'm going to have to put trusses up on the roof and build it so I can raise it and change the angle. I haven't even calculated that much yet.
Yeah.
And then once I do that, then I think I'm going to build a metal roof.
Yeah. Well, Dave over here, he's an old architect. He comes from design, so.
So on the other side is all their staff. We just do a
Brittany
live show.
Rodriguez in the house,
So make sure
fellow
you stop
Cowboys
and say
fan.
hi.
What's up, girl?
Okay, well, I said I usually do design and construction myself.
Are you on Facebook?
No, I don't know what those things like.
Yeah. So you live about 2 miles from there.
7 years.
Okay. What kind of work did you do?
I'm actually a geologist.
Okay, so you studied the soil and the rocks and all
I did
that?
hazard site cleanup.
Okay.
Oh, that's
so,
awesome. That's cool.
My brother used to work for the railroads because during the Superfund they had to do the microorganisms. They would come and get all the dirt along the railroad tracks, and they would put the microorganisms and clean the soil.
Yep.
So nice. Where'd you go to school?
Shippensburg and then in Kentucky.
Okay.
I worked for the Park Service for 5 years.
I don't even know what you just said there, Tyler. What's horsewoggles?
Yeah, but it's just like I got to get things done. I think right now.
I don't even want to know, actually. Don't even answer that.
That's a year after my
Text
husband
me.
died, so
Yeah.
I haven't had the funds to do stuff. This is many one of those works. So,
Yeah.
Tyler, wait till you see what I got made for the 9 house up here.
so anyway,
Just wait till you see what I got
crazy.
made for the 9 house. For the back step bandits. I'm sure you can only imagine based on the text message that I sent out to everyone today.
So that was a Friday.
It's gonna be great.
morning. So I went to the township, got my building permit that afternoon, and by Monday morning I had a deck.
Nice.
You guys are going to have to tell me the story behind that name there, because I have no idea
One deck done.
what you guys are talking
I
about.
didn't have time to use.
Yeah.
I gotta get that roof up, but until I can put trusses up there.
Yeah.
I don't know myself anymore.
Yeah.
It's a 22-foot head.
Love to help you.
So she has your
Yeah.
because she's not on the internet.
I'll tell you right over here at the stand.
Okay.
Tell him you talked to Chris.
All right, well, like I said, I'm looking at stuff like maybe a year, 2
Well,
years
they've been
down.
Hey,
around
that's
for
okay.
years, so when you're ready, at least you met some
I'll be
people.
ready in 10
Right.
years if that's how long it takes you, okay?
What's your first name?
Elise.
Elise.
Elise,
Nice to meet you.
very nice to meet you. I'm Chris.
See, Chris.
I'm Shane Train.
Okay,
Nice
Shane.
to meet you. Yeah.
Like I said, I just got a lot of stuff I gotta get
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Hey, take your time. Work ain't going nowhere.
Just sort
So
of in the planning state. I figured I'm here. I'm just
Well, that's
gonna do a
smart to
little
come at least
planning
we
and-
talk about that. Do
Yeah.
planning.
Absolutely.
Ask questions.
absolutely.
They have insurance. They
You
have.
should put a lot of thought and planning into your biggest investment. So the exterior of your house that protects your big investment.
I gutted and redid. I finished the basement. I added a sunroom. I did a greenhouse. I did
Yeah.
a porch. I gutted the kitchen. Had everything exactly the way I wanted it.
Ooh, that sun is bright. I'm gonna need some sunglasses sitting here,
I
guys.
don't think we need that. We don't need the lights.
You don't need
today,
your lighting
right?
anymore.
That lighting
We
don't
are
need.
live right now, just so you know.
Yeah.
You're live on TV right now.
It's nice to
Yeah.
delete that.
I
Well,
can't
yeah,
delete it.
well,
It's
we can't
live.
delete it. We're live. So it was nice to meet you. Don't forget over there to go tell me you saw Chris to get a card. It was nice to meet you.
Have a good day.
How cute.
Yeah.
Dude, we don't need we're gonna be in the light for a little while.
I had to disclose just in case.
Yeah.
You know, had to
The
disclose that
lights
she was
didn't get
live.
turned up. Wow, it got bright.
Yeah, I know. It's bright right now, man.
I should save electricity.
I look
I
even
might-
paler than I actually am right now.
I might need my
TV.
shades. That sun is hitting us pretty good. I didn't know this was happening today.
That's good, man.
Well, we
It's
love
good.
it. I love
I'm ready
the
for this
sun.
change of weather.
Yeah. Well, daylight savings time's coming up.
Like a week from now,
Yeah.
right? A week or two.
Yep. Something. I don't know the exact date because I never know what day.
I
it is.
know.
I just go 24 hours.
Right.
But it's great to be here. How about the nice people? She's the closest one that came to.
I know, right? Well, actually, we had a gentleman that came in yesterday that was looking for some work, and if you walk out the door and you look to the see his house.
That's
So
him.
Yeah.
He was here.
Yes.
That house is where I was running.
Yes. And he says that the Pizza Hut people, it takes them like 2.5 hours to bring him food sometimes because they can never find his house.
You can see the road they made to get to his house
Yeah.
right through the mountain.
Yeah, he said if it's snowing, forget about it. You're not getting up there.
That's so funny you said that.
Yep.
I saw that thing. I was like, look at the house all the way at the top of the
Yeah,
mountain.
and it's funny because when I come up, we do a lot of work up here for new construction for some of our big builders. When I come up 81 to come up here sometimes, and I can see it up on top there, man. And I'm like, man, that'd be awesome to live up there.
recently.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna
You can't even tell the difference between my skin and my shirt.
No, you can't. Good thing I have black on, or you wouldn't be able to see me. I tried to get but that sun's too. That's hard body. But how fun! It's been a great time at the show. We're gonna be here today till what time? 8.
8 o'clock,
And then tomorrow till what time?
6 o'clock, 10 to 6.
So 10. What's it cost to get in?
$10.
What if you're a vet
If
or
you're a vet
military?
or
with ID?
if you're a vet or a senior citizen,
You gotta show ID.
you got to show ID and you're $8. 12 and under get in for free. Free 99. There's not many things in this world that are free anymore, except for estimates from TC Backer and entry into the home show.
I
So if
can't
you're
even
under
see
12.
the people walking down.
I
the
know,
alley
man. It's
anymore.
bad. It's bad.
Like, well, we've been on an hour, so. But
I know,
we're-
Keith. I'm glowing.
We're
I
gonna,
know
we're
it.
gonna chill though. We're still.
I
gonna
feel
be
like
here.
I'm glowing, brother.
We feel like we're glowing. Like the sun. We need to put a sheet up there to like block.
I know, right? We need some curtains in the windows.
Yeah, now we need curtains on the front part, but we'll get through it.
Yeah. There's
It's
some
only
clouds
gonna
I
be
think
for
that are
an
coming
hour.
in.
It's only gonna be there for about an hour.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'd rather have sun in my eyes than it be gloomy outside. So
Yeah, we are glowing. Yep. So anyway, it's good to see everybody. Come out, please like the page, share this out, start a watch party. We've been talking about the trades, getting into the trades. You guys are giving out Yeti coolers or raffling them off.
Yeah.
So let's kind of get back to that a little bit. Hold on.
we're glowing. Look at us in the camera here, man. You can't even
Yeah.
tell the difference between my skin and my shirt.
That sun is brutal. Good morning. Good to see everyone. We appreciate you. This is what it looks like when the lighting goes bananas, natural. So you know what's funny? He talked about the guy on the hill. I drove by and saw that house on that hill. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And the whole driveway goes up between the mountains.
Yeah, they were here yesterday.
Wow.
They were actually inquiring about getting some 5-rib siding panels installed on the side of their house.
So the wind must be really hitting that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 3 or 4 mountains there.
Right. So I mean that just the guy obviously did his homework. You know, he doesn't want to put vinyl siding on, probably just because of the it being vinyl. It's made out of vinyl. You know, if he's
what's
up
he-
there
what does he
up
wanna
on the
put
top
on
of
it?
a mountain, he wants to put 5-rib stand.
What's that?
It's a siding panel. It's used a lot in commercial buildings. You see a lot of big garages and big buildings that have it on it. It's mechanically fastened, screwed on with screws, with weatherproof washers. So we actually have our building is wrapped in it. Our new shop has a 5-rib. Is it a 5-rib or is it a 3-rib, Ty? It's a 5-rib, right? Yeah. So it's nice, man. It's nice. It's very durable. Lasts a long time. Metal's just nice. Metal's hot. Metal's a new thing. I personally like metal better than anything.
Yeah.
I'm a metal guy.
5 rib.
Yeah, it's
All
5 rib.
So you got to be in the business. To know
Yes,
that.
and that stuff comes in multitude of different colors, all different kinds of colors. You can get browns, blacks, reds, yellows, greens, oranges, whatever color you want.
So what's up? You guys want to keep going, or what do you want to do? You want to get off, come back on? What do you want to do? You want to keep going?
How long we been on here?
An
An hour.
So,
Let's
it's up to you guys.
let's take a little break here, unless you want to pop in,
Unless
Ty.
you want-
That's up to you.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's take a
wanna
break here.
Yeah.
There was a rush over here, so.
Oh, word.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink
No,
and something to eat
the
here.
people coming in here has been nice.